Welcome everyone to Saturday Evening Chats. This is episode number 68, and we're on the road. So I got my co-host extraordinaire, Dion Foss, with us tonight. Welcome.
Hello.
So we've got about hour and a half drive back to home. Decided to drive to Medford just for some fried okra. So
Yeah, you said you went to buy some crack in a barrel, something like that.
yep. So, went to Cracker Barrels. So I did the live stream last night with Derek from Kids Safe Foundation. Um, he's from Eugene, and I thought that went pretty well, except, well, as everyone sees now, why I don't turn the camera on. It's dark as hell, and so it just kind of looks kind of creepy, as was pointed out. I know we have what I think we MKJO, gun websites, Mr. G Webs. Not sure if there's anyone else.
Kingpin was in earlier, and Midnight Range.
Oh, this is going to be great. I think my connection's not.
You're cutting out.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're out in the middle of nowhere. So if it gets too bad, I'm probably just going to drop the stream and. Because so, did you read about the trucker that got arrested, or hear about that?
I'm not sure. What happened?
He was out. I think it was in Michigan. Um, had a firearm in his rig, and I guess they're going to try using that case as a reason why to be able to push for national reciprocity.
I don't know. I don't know if I heard. I don't think I heard about that case, but I've heard the people talking about national reciprocity lately.
So I see we got CV getting ready to hit the Medford area, or just leaving Medford, getting ready to hit Grants Pass area, running I-5. All the smoke. You can say something, woman. It's not like it's gonna be. I see we got 223 DMR out in the crowd. Rougarou's out there. Not really able to see the chats very well because running off mobile. Am I still there?
Oh, yeah, you froze for just a second, but you're back.
You guys get to see how dry we are out here. This is to the east. We have the largest fire going on right now. Last I knew, it was at 350 square acres or something. That's 350,000, I think. It's freaking huge out there, out by Klamath Falls. Yep, we're heading north.
Is GP Grants Pass or what's GP?
Yeah, Grants
Oh,
Pass.
okay.
Trying to let you guys be able to see some of the scenery.
Yeah, MKJO. I don't think it's the same as well, it shouldn't be the same as Rogue Banshee because Rogue Banshee's up in Montana and G23 is down in Oregon.
Yeah, but I guess you could say we're all the same. We got big hills where back in the east and in the center of the country they got little molehills that their tallest point is like 4,000 feet. Our passes are 3,500 to 4,000 feet is what our passes are. Some of our passes are even taller than that. Got some cars blowing past me probably doing 80. Why has my charging stopped? So, yeah, I don't know. Not really have anything like big going on. Looking at getting farms.
Yeah, CB says it's 280,000. CB was saying the fire
Yeah,
is
so it's pushing.
280,000.
Yep. Okay. I think K-Pick said 300, but that's not worse. Medic is out there. I see. Is he in the back room?
I have no idea. I can't see the back room. Oh, I can see the private chat. I always forget to look at this stinking private chat.
Okay.
Sorry, medic.
It's fine, brother.
As you can see, I'm rolling down the freeway heading north.
I see. Full evacuation mode, huh?
Nope.
No?
No, I decided to go and get some fried okra.
Oh, yeah?
So I drove 2 hours away heading south to go to Cracker Barrel just to get some fried okra.
Dude, I can teach you how to make fried okra.
Yeah, but I can just jump in the car and drive 2 hours.
It's much easier.
Yeah, the only thing I drive 2 hours for is trim and guns. There's nothing else on this earth that'll make me drive 2 hours anymore.
Why this fucking thing keeps stopping charging?
So I have a topic for the night.
Okay, go for it.
Is it time to reconsider the definition of a jury of your peers to include the political orientation of the jurors based on the fact that a jury full of people on the left would not, by definition, legally be considered to be your peers?
I would, I tend to think, yeah, you definitely have to that.
Lost you, buddy. Didn't hear it. What's that, Lassie? Is Timmy stuck in the well?
You've gone robot.
Dummy, I got
Your
to
belief
miss.
system.
Okay.
I don't know. I think that's one I'd have to think about that for a while.
Well, when we think about it, a jury of your peers is supposedly assuming that everybody in the United States is a peer, right?
Sure.
Okay. So the definition of a peer, and we'll use Webster's because that's the most left-leaning dictionary in the world, is a person who has equal standing among others in rank, class, or age. Okay. Does the left consider you to be equal to themselves?
No.
No. So by definition, they have failed the definition of a peer. They do not consider you to be in the same rank or class as them. And so we know that they set that system in place to prevent higher class people from imprisoning lower class people and lower class people from intentionally imprisoning higher class people, right? So we kind of balance our pick based on that. So I think it's time that a jury of your peers be aligned politically as well as other methodologies.
Yeah, but so when they say jury of your peers, most of the time, you're not even getting a jury that's in the same age group as you.
You get a varied amount. I've sat on several juries, and I've been both the youngest person on the jury and the oldest person on the jury, retrospective. It's not ever been the same thing. You know what I mean? But at this point in our history, you can go in front of a judge who has completely opposite political views as you and potentially go to jail for no breach of the law. Okay, but how many of us right now would go to Los Angeles and feel like we could defend ourselves with weapon, fist, or even words?
Woman, there's a sport. Yeah, I wouldn't go to California anywhere because I just wouldn't trust being in California.
Well, that's that is you know, this goes back to the Magna Carta. The Magna Carta. I mean, this is old. Sorry about that. This is old stuff. It's definitively time to reset what a jury of your peers means.
I will disagree. Well, I'll say initially, because
Okay.
like I said, I would have to really think about this for a while. Because where do you draw the line? Is a peer someone who's exactly like me? You know, if I'm
No, there's a definition for a peer. We
well,
have
I know, but according to the definition you gave, you are going farther than that definition.
No, I'm not. A person who has equal standing with another or others in rank, class,
What?
or age. So let's look up rank. Rank definition. An official position in society. In the society that we exist in right now, does someone on the left and someone on the right balance? If you're a conservative, can you be fired for your beliefs at work right now?
At some companies, yes.
At most companies right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so that the definition of rank, in my eyes, do you see it differently, Foss? I don't believe that the left considers me to be the same rank in their society as they are.
Some yes, I'll agree with that.
So
But
class
not all of them.
I agree, but if
not
we're
all
going
of
to
them.
choose 12 jurors and 1 or 2 or 6 or 8
Well,
of those jurors,
that's what the vetting process is for.
but they don't currently vet for political views.
Well, they basically they could. Your lawyer could, because you pick and choose, disqualify
Right,
jurors.
but we have to start making this a mandatory part of the process. If our country's going to continue to separate in belief processes, we're going to reach the point where the legal system will become such an enemy to us that appearing in front of a jury of our non-peers will eventually result in imprisonment for much, much lesser crimes just to eliminate us from society.
But would dividing it this way only further divide the two sides?
How
Where
much further definition do you need?
Where you have, you are building two different classes.
We
of people,
already have that.
Rather than what I know, but you're almost codifying in law that these people and these people
they're
are
doing that as we speak. They are creating laws specifically directed at your lifestyle. Think about that for a minute. I'm a Christian. They are building laws against me. I'm a white man. They're building laws against me. I'm a married man. They're building laws against me. I'm a gun owner. They are building laws against me. continuously every single day. The rift is being created. I vote Republican about 50% of the time. They're attempting to push voter laws to ensure that I can never win a Republican vote again. How much greater does the divide have to be before we start taking action to protect ourselves?
Midnight says that maybe they should do a random drawing for jurors, half male, half females, and no more trying to stack the jury to get them on your side.
I don't want a single female on my jury. They're empathetic. They don't rule by logic all the time. My peer would be somebody with the same standing in society as me. And definitively, society has different definitions of male and female. 16 of them, if I believe now. But I mean, we're at that point. Nope. So if an 18-year-old criminal goes to an 18-year-old court, nobody expects the jury to be 18 years old. I agree fully. But is it time to start to find people of truly equal standing? And if we're going to divide the country politically, which the left is rapidly working to do, we have to start covering our asks. Otherwise, we're toast.
Yep. I don't know if I'm going to get kicked out here in a little bit because this is going to be a major pass going through. And
anyway, just something to think about. If today you defended yourself, could you trust in your hometown that a jury of your peers would be people who felt like your right to self-defense and to keep and bear arms is a justified behavior? And if it is not, do you think that's fair? And if it is, do you just happen to live in a state where you're lucky enough to have that? And do you honestly believe that in every state in the union that works the same way?
I wouldn't say my state, but my county is very, very conservative.
So by happenstance, if you're somewhere else in your state, your constitutional right could be used against you, is what you're saying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, if I go, an hour north of me up into Eugene, I could be completely screwed. I go into the capital, into Salem, I could be completely screwed. I go to Portland, I could be completely screwed. So yeah, things, depending on where in your state you are, it's like if you go into Seattle, you got a chance that you could be completely screwed. As if you're in like Spokane. Spokane used to be completely conservative, and it's started to really flip the other way. And it's one of your major counties that help control what happens in Washington State.
Yeah. Well, as current, the definition of a jury of your peers was established during the Magna Carta, during when English nobles did not want to be thrown in jail by English peasants. So I think that the system could probably use some updating.
maybe just a little bit.
I understand and I agree with some of what you're saying, Nighthawk. I just can't. I'm not ready to go that far, and it's, I might have a bit of a Pollyanna view of the world, but I would say no, and that's, again, this is something I would have to really think about for a while.
So I have one more thing to think about so that you can possibly add it to your selection process. imprisonment for self-defense involving potentially someone of a different race may result in you being raped on a nightly basis. Just to think about. Just add that to your list of shit to think about.
No, I understand, and that's why I do not, will never support hate crime legislation, which is,
Yep.
eh,
But
it.
jury full of liberals is going to treat it like a hate crime no matter what.
Yeah, and I fully admit I don't have any answers. I have not thought about this, and I am slow to change out of caution, we'll say.
Well, I will send you all the lube you can use because I love you as a brother.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's see. Move here. Well, and I think we're talking about not wanting to create a division, but the reality of it is my town is full of conservative New Yorkers right now. The main city that's closest to me, Chattanooga, Tennessee, is full of conservative New Yorkers. People are evacuating these places like mad. The country is dividing itself up as we speak. And if you don't believe me, I'll film live. There's like 80 of them on the roads at any point in time in our little city here. And I've talked to a bunch of them. They're former police officers and firefighters and lawyers and they're like, I retired in New York City when it was a good city and now it's a freaking toilet. He says my vote doesn't count for anything anymore. There's absolutely no reason to stay there. They're trying to take all of my money. I mean, so these people, whether you want to label them that way or not, are essentially refugees. They're evacuating a part of our country that has become foreign to them.
You want to stop or you want to keep going?
All right, next topic. I just thought I'd bring something up fun and controversial.
Well, it's something to think about.
So, thoughts on a Smith & Wesson 411?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
So, okay, listen, dude, there are much better all-metal autos, hammer-fired autos in this world. There are CZ75s. There are IWI Masada or IWI Jerichos.
They're firing 40 cal.
Yeah, well, go out and get one of those in 40 cal. Beretta 92. Anything is better than any of the Smith & Wesson may randomly drop fire autos from the 90s. I think that's a 12-shot full-size pistol, isn't it? Let me look at this.
11.
Yeah, that's an
11 plus 1.
11 plus 1 full-sized pistol. Dude. No. You can hook it to a chain and drag it behind your car.
Last time I was at the gun shop, they had a Smith & Wesson 59. I kind of liked it just because of the look, because I like those 80s, like
Was
Ruger,
it in chrome?
Yeah. Ruger P89.
Yeah.
P90 kind of. I like that look. That's from younger days.
It's one of the old Wonder Nines. I mean, I'm like, why? We live in the modern era. And I bought a Glock a Beretta and a oh gosh, what was that pistol? Oh, high power, Browning high power back in those days, because those were the good weapons back in those games. None of the Smith & Wesson pistols in my eyes were ever that high quality. I like revolvers by Smith & Wesson. I don't like any of their autos.
I have a 4006, which I was disappointed.
Yeah.
It was not what I was hoping it would be, but it was okay.
I think they made the same pistol over and over again and just put different sights on it.
It's kind of what it seemed like.
Yeah.
Although mine does say tactical across the side, so it's
Out freaking standing.
Yeah, I thought about the 4006, but I don't know. I saw the 411.
I'll tell
I
you
saw
the
the
single
411
action
for
on it.
$300.
The single action trigger on the 4006 is really sloppy. There's a lot of take up. There's a lot of real long travel. And for me, when I fire it, I have to hold high at, just at what, 15 yards ish. I have to hold a little high to hit dead center.
Pistol's 12 foot tall. You have to use two hands to shoot. It's not like in a regular Weaver style hold, but you have to stack your hands one on top of the other so you can get to the bottom of the magazine well for 12 shot. Apparently, the 365 is currently considered to be one of the best concealed carry pistols in the world.
I like the XL.
Dude, I shot the living crap out of my X the other day. I took it through its 250 shot, and it ran like a champ. It gets hot. It gets super hot after the second magazine. It's fun, though.
I've been trying out, seeing if I can get comfortable with less than lethal carry for the last couple weeks. So I've been carrying my CZ75 compact in 9mm just to see if I can get comfortable with that.
Shots fired.
It's a good carry gun. It's a bit heavy, but it carries well, I thought.
Yeah, my wife carries one every day. It's in platinum.
So I've been carrying it just to kind of get used to having it.
Yep.
Add it to my rotation.
During the summer, I carry either a 365 or a 43X with the shield arms modification, because that's 15+1 on a subcompact. And then during the wintertime, I carry a Glock 34.
I don't change my
or
carry.
Glock 45. Sorry, 45.
It's basically my P30 and 40, or my PPK. And then if I want to show off, then my Taurus 65, which I know isn't a show off gun, but I'll throw on my Danger Mouse grips.
Nice. I've got a Walther that I carry, a Walther PPK that I carry in a shoulder holster to church.
Then I'm, trying the CZ Compact to see how that goes, and I'm liking it so far.
It's a nail driver.
It's a little snappier than I expected for an all steel gun.
Oh, really?
Comparatively speaking.
I
mean, it's not like my M60 snappy.
Right.
It was more than I expected.
I grip pistols like they could jump out of my hand at any minute. So
that's one thing I need to work on, because I still have. I'll catch myself where the mentality where, when you're fighting, you don't tense up until just before you hit with that punch. Otherwise, being tense all the time saps your energy.
Yep.
It's from karate, but
Train as
so
you fight.
sometimes I'll.
Trust me, when you're in a gun match, you're gonna be holding your
Oh,
gun.
I know. But so sometimes I'll do that where I have a loose grip until I go to fire. So I'm jerking the gun around.
Do you pinky slam your gun down at the bottom of the target where you end up shooting low sometimes?
Yeah. I'm getting better at it once I realized I was doing it.
Yeah.
But still, once in a while, it'll creep back in.
Wielden Well Armed once accused me of limp wristing a pistol, and I almost hurt him.
Did you tell him you're always hard?
I'm always hard, Wheels. Every time I touch metal, it's over. This demonetization brought to you by Nighthawk Medic. But yeah, that was I tell you what, man, I see it a lot is people can't shoot for long, right? They can shoot good for a little bit, but they wear out quick because they're not used to that tighter grip. So
yeah,
people go into muscle failure a lot.
Yeah, that's when I take people to the range. I'll tell them that if you start getting tired, then we can stop because
then you're just wasting ammo.
Yeah, is once you get tired. I mean, well, I don't want to get too in depth into that sports psychology and stuff like that. But
you learn bad habits then.
Yeah, but especially when you're brand new, then you're getting tired. Then you start making mistakes, and the frustration can build, and then that'll create more mistakes, and it just kind of snowballs.
Next thing you know, you have the cat by its little furry neck and you're beating it against the wall while screaming the national anthem to Germany at the top of your lungs. Yeah, man, I've seen it happen. Lots. You're going to have to take control of this chat pretty soon, G23. You're losing it.
I'm taking control of a nice little traffic jam on the interstate.
I see that.
Interstate. Because, I don't know, everyone wants to do like 20 miles an hour.
That's good. Nice and slow.
So I had a question I've been meaning to ask you, Nighthawk, about shotguns. I forgot to ask the other day when you were on my chat. Somebody had mentioned to me that shotguns aren't drop safe. Is that true? Are there just some of them that aren't? I mean, other than whatever Winchester slam fire thing, I think that was. But in general.
So, I mean, I would think. Okay, listen. I've never had a shotgun fire when it was dropped. Okay, most shotguns have a trigger blocking safety system, and not one that blocks the firing pin. So it's entirely possible that it can go off. Will it go off? Probably not. I've never had one go off. There's probably somebody out there, though, that can say, I've dropped a shotgun hard enough out of a tree stand or slammed it into the ground or something else that has caused it to fire. But I've never had one fire on me. So basically what the safety on a shotgun does is it blocks a rearward movement of the trigger when it's on. It doesn't do anything to the hammer or the sear. Okay. So, if we have a shotgun in an unknown state, it's possible if I take it and slam it against a wall or something that it could cause the hammer to come off the sear and fire the weapon. Okay. But generally speaking, it's not an issue for me because I keep them with an empty chamber. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I have a firearm ready to go and a shotgun with an empty chamber and a rifle that's probably ready to go, depending on the situation. But
That's what the person had told me, is to, if to keep it on an empty chamber, just because
yeah,
there's that chance.
yeah. But I have, man, in my life, I've never had one go off. I've never seen one go off. Is it possible? Yes. Is it likely? No.
Is it possible? Yes. Is it probable? Depending on the make and model.
Actually, that might be an interesting test. I just don't know how to do it safely.
Just squint. Isn't that the
So, how to do it safely? Have, kind of like your dunk tank style, and have a shotgun up there, and then make sure that the barrel is pointed downrange, and pop it from a good 6 feet, and see if it drops down. Even if it hits the
Yeah.
side, it should still go off.
Well, dude, I've dropped shotguns and never had one go off. And just like gun websites saying out there, we've been hunting a bunch with shotguns and dropped them, and they've never fired, right?
Oh, yeah.
But I can't think of. I was testing a semi-auto Turkish shotgun at the range about 6 months ago, and fire, got to 4, and the weapon jammed, cleared the weapon, put it in the chamber like that, and at that very moment, the thing came right out of my hands because I pushed racked the bolt on it so hard, I popped it out of my left hand, and it hit the ground and slid 3 feet and still didn't shoot. So I don't think I've ever had one go off. It would actually be easy. You could put one in a brace and hit the back of it with a sledgehammer. I could treat it like I did that honor guard pistol. I took an honor guard pistol after they said they fixed the drop fire thing on it, and I put a load, an empty cartridge with just a primer in it, into it, and then I sat there for 2 weeks with it in a vise and smacked it with a hammer at all different angles, a rubber mallet, every time I walked by it to see if it would ever drop fire. It never did. So I could probably do that same thing with a shotgun.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've heard of anybody out there heard of an incident where you could honestly say somebody has drop fired a shotgun. I can't think of one. And I'm fairly certain that would be somewhere in the user's manual for a shotgun. Well, I don't trust safeties for anything, Vanessa Kitty. I keep my booger hook off the bang switch. Let's see here.
Yeah, I have no clue what's going on in the chat, so.
Somebody is out there pledging their eternal allegiance to the minions of Satan.
Cool.
Do you want us to ban them?
That's their choice.
Sorry, Rob, you gotta go.
Sorry, yeah. Foss read my mind.
Vanessa Kitty wants to know where you're driving.
North 195 out of Medford. So I'm right around Sunny Valley, Happy Valley area. at 1,800 and something feet up in the air. Now
1,800
entering,
feet, huh?
yep,
Yeah,
entering Douglas County, home of the veteran.
That's
he's
low
driving high as
altitude.
a kite.
I can't remember what the altitude is here. Let's see. It is where I am right now. The altitude is 1,200 feet.
So I'm above that.
You're higher than I am. Good job, sir.
And I'll be dropping way below that.
Let's see. I can be as high as 2,600 feet very quickly, though. In 2 miles, I can be as high as 2,600 feet.
I'm at 174 feet approximately.
I live right in the shadow of a mountain that peaks at 26.
I live at the bottom of the Puget Sound.
Yes.
Yeah, but you're not too far from Mount Rainier.
Well, hour and a half, 2 hours.
The highest
if I-
point. Go ahead.
I could go a mile over the other side of the lake and probably be up about 300 feet.
The
Or
highest
come out of
point.
the hills.
Oops, sorry.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
No. The highest point close to me is 6,500 feet. That's 30 minutes away.
See, that's pretty good.
Yeah. We've got some decent hills around here.
I'll give that credit as a nice hill. I won't harass you and call it a molehill like I do most of them.
I think the average in Tennessee is up slightly below the average of your state. No, it is not. The average in Tennessee is half of the average of your state. It's those dang 14,000 foot peaks.
Yeah, Rainier is 14,411.
Yeah.
But there's 5 along the Cascade Range-ish. There's 5 volcanoes that are probably all somewhat close to that.
Yeah. The highest average I can get for my state is about, it's like probably close to 60, or the highest possible is Klingman's Dome, which is 6,500. So yeah, half of what you've got.
Well, we're a subduction zone, so
Yep. Wow. The highest point in Mount Rainier is the highest point in the United States, isn't it? Let's see.
yeah. McKinley.
Oh, McKinley, yeah.
Yes, Washington's average is 1,700 feet.
Mount McKinley, 20,237 feet. That's no joke. That's the highest point in Tennessee. Is Klingman's Dome. I've hiked that many times. 6,643 feet. Hawaii's highest point is 13,000. Holy crap. California's highest point is 14. So is Colorado's. Subscribe for more geology facts. Let's see what place has the lowest highest point. Florida, 345 feet.
Wow.
In the lower 48s, Mount Whitney is the tallest
biggest,
mountain.
Tallest mountain.
14,500, so it's about 100 feet taller than Rainier.
Nice. A 345 foot elevation is less than where I hike with full battle rattle on a daily basis. If you're from Florida and you say you hike, I don't believe you.
Well, this is going to be. Is my audio coming through better now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
KG wants to know how close you are to Bremerton, DM.
I am about an hour south. I still have family that's up that way. I used to work at the shipyard there. The Puget Sound Naval Shipyard.
Before the culture war started.
Have you ever heard the term Bremelo?
Yes.
That's from
Is that where
Bremerton.
that comes from?
Yep. That comes from Bremerton.
Did you see that house?
37 USA. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Outcast is in the back. Rifling through your stuff.
He's touching things.
And himself.
Molesting and stuff. Oh, hey, everybody.
What up, homie clown?
How's it
Is he in
going,
there?
bro?
He's in there. Can't you tell?
My screen completely locked up. I didn't even see anything.
How's everybody doing?
Good.
Running from the police again?
Yeah, I'm running from the cops again.
Bad boys, bad boys.
Rolling down the freeway with my oh, never mind. Sorry.
Is that a white
Bronco?
Jeez.
Would be hard to run from the police because they'd be like, "Oh, well, we can just watch his broadcast and follow him." We'll know
Wouldn't be
where
the
they
first
set up
time someone did
roadblocks,
that.
right?
Yeah, just shopping at Home Depot. I struck out looking for a damn bar. They don't have it. Pinch bars or post hole mall bar things.
Oh, the big breaker bar thing?
Yeah, I think we talked about it in the past. So yeah, I couldn't locate the one that I'm used to having or whatever. So I think a guy took it and sold it for scrap or something. So next to my dad's place or whatever. But either way, so I got to find a replacement. So no luck though.
You're not out traveling this weekend?
No, not this weekend.
What did he say? He's coming down to Tennessee like the rest of the New Yorkers?
Yeah, I'd like to.
Dude, I talk to him every day. Every day. They're moving down here. New York's going to have 0 conservatives soon.
It wouldn't surprise me. Honestly, a lot of people are fed up. I'm shocked at how many people I bump into that are just start, in line at the store will start bitching up a storm with you. If the ice gets broken with people, they seems like a lot of them aren't too happy. But same time, I had an issue at the post office the other day where a lady was standing so far back in line. I asked her if she was in line, and she turned around with a bunch of attitude and told me she was giving people space, like I should back up and everything. So some people are still a little touchy. And I had the police called on me at work the other day because apparently I looked suspicious on my 5th day at being there. So, which is technically property that I own now. So
suspicious, huh? Gee.
Yeah, I'm doing yard work, so I guess I'm suspicious. So
what could possibly have been the motivation behind that?
Gotta love it, right?
Yeah. Yard work. I don't care how suspicious you are. If you're mowing the lawn and weed eating, I don't give a fudge pennies while you're there.
Right. Pretty funny. I just took down 6 or 7 trees the following days, and then I was, working on the yard, cleaning that up and whatnot. Obviously, every tree I took down, I removed that day, but there's still little branches and shit. And I don't want to screw my mower up and hit anything I shouldn't have. So, they want to roll up and do a check on you. So
nice.
So F in the chat for G23.
F in the chat for G23. I think that means it's time that we sing a song. Let's see. Oh, wow. YouTube just pulled the live reading of the Constitution for violating their terms of service. Nice. What are we going to sing? I'm thinking the song that never ends.
Do
you know it?
I don't remember it.
This is the song that never ends. It goes on and on, my friend. Somebody started singing it, not knowing what it was, and now they'll go on singing it forever just because this is the song that never ends.
Yeah, I'm glad I forgot it.
Well, Outcast, there are lots of New Yorkers down here, and they're all buying property and building houses.
Well, hopefully they're not making me look bad. So
no, they're using local builders, so the local builders would be making themselves look bad. The guy that
representing New York like a dumbass, going there and trying to change it like New York, like some people do, some of the transplants or whatever. But I assume a lot of people are tired of the bullshit, the taxes.
That's why. I was standing in line at Burger King. I was.
So did you get a channel strike?
Really, the only thing that would have caused a channel strike would have been New York waving his manhood around. Other than that, nothing strange happened at all.
Okay, that's good. At least there's nothing crazy going on.
Artak wants to know why you didn't send him a link. He wants to know why you hate him. Artak and Daughters.
Cough, cough. Don't let him in.
Artak's cool.
I was not thinking as I was driving down the road trying to send out links.
Chicken shit.
Down the freeway, sucking on gin. Just let your wife drive.
like 10 times in the exact.
Dude, I'm telling you, let your old lady drive. That'll solve all your problems.
She won't drive.
Just had mine driving. We were speeding and didn't even get pulled over.
Foss, do you have RTAC's email?
No. Artec, email me at shit. Hang on, let me put my email out in the chat.
Where's G23 running from?
So Artec, email me and I'll send you a link. He really thinks I'm gonna do it.
Don't do it, Bell. So, have you ever gone to the range and when you got there, you didn't get to shoot for 5 minutes because the range officer was wallering through the guns that you brought? That happened today.
I've been stopped at the door and they demanded to see my permit, though. Like,
Really?
if I'm doing something illegal at my own damn club. Well, not my own, but you know.
Dude, the guy who shot himself at the foot through the foot at my local shooting range was just invited to come back. Time to leave New York, outcasts.
Yeah, that range was. There was a guy there that shot up a place and turned out to be big news and everything. But so after that, they were pretty picky and fussy about things. And I don't know. Apparently, I had a key card to get in, but they wanted to make sure I was okay to have a pistol. A couple of the guys there.
Yeah.
Used to be.
What is that noise? Oh,
Thunder,
guess who's
lightning,
back?
sorry.
No, it's all right. It's storming like crazy up there.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Just getting some shorts off the line I got on the back porch, so
Crazy.
to air dry my stuff if I can. The lady gets pissy about it. She's got to have hers done with the dryer and fabric softener. So spoil that people.
I've got my gym clothes on, not because I intend to work out, but because I'm going to get a massage. And so it's minimalist time. Sandals, gym shorts, and a t-shirt.
Yes.
The best.
You scared off Outcast.
Outstanding. All right, Dip Foss, now that we're here alone, I'm going
Grease
to
up. Let's get at it.
confess my undying love for you on the internet. So it's been a bad day for internet connections for people. Have you fired the shotgun yet?
No.
No.
Not yet.
Well, you know my feelings. I like to grease them up and work the slide some before I take them to shoot.
Yeah, I've just been messing with it. I've got snap caps, so I load those, unload those.
A little training. He said he's back, but we can't let him in, unfortunately, as much as we would like to.
Sorry, man. Captain went down with the ship.
You just might be an outcast for a little bit. Makes me sad. Kind of world. It's rigged. Sergeant Joe out there, he was killed by a lightning bolt. My wife and I went kayaking at this waterfall the other day, and we're traveling up to the waterfall, and massive lightning strike. It was rough, and my daughter is calling me. I'll be right back.
All right. Then there was one. Oh, last time I went to the range, I kind of looked. I'll chit chat with the range officer and fondle the rental guns, and sometimes if he brought some of his, we'll look at his stuff and talk for a while.
Hey, we're back.
Are you there, G23?
Yeah, I'm here. I don't hear him. I don't know if you hear me.
I don't hear him either. He's just here in spirit.
Some weird stuff. Half my house just lost power. I'm not on 2 utility boxes, so how does that work?
Well, there goes G23 again. And he's back. I don't know, is your old lady running lots of stuff on one circuit?
No. I don't think she's here anymore. Okay, it just blew out 1 or 2 lights for some reason. Weird. The lights kept going on and off. Everything died, and only some of it came back on. That's a little freaky. I'm gonna have to check my box. I don't know if it's trip breaker somewhere or something. Don't have a surge protector put in, so. Weird stuff.
G-Webs is saying that you need to pay both halves of your bill, Rob.
Yeah. All right. Definitely strange.
Is it coming back on, or is it still off?
I'm not sure. I don't have her on a line or anything, so I can't tell. There was 2 that weren't. They'd probably trick people. They were still in the on position, but they weren't engaged, so they must have tripped, I'm assuming. So, but I've seen that give people a bad day, and then usually end up calling somebody like me, and then you find out it was something real simple. I feel like an idiot. But
yeah, top tip when you check your panel, some of them when they pop, they'll go all the way to one way, and some of them will just move just barely. So off and then back on to make sure.
Yeah, I usually give a little wiggle on them, and you can tell by the resistance normally, but Still got an outage. I'm gonna have to go through, hit them all, I guess.
So are you there, G23? Can you hear us?
Well, this is an interesting show, huh?
Well, enjoy your barbecue, Sergeant Joe. And Sam Varnick, he wants to know, New York, are you going to change your name if you move?
Probably not. It'd probably be confusing for people. Maybe. You never know, I guess.
The G23 can hear us, but we can't hear him.
Bet his wife wishes it was like that for her, huh?
So he also wants to know, what state are you thinking about?
We're looking at is it Tennessee, I believe it is. JC area, so eastern, near the mountains.
I hear
But
Tennessee
that
is a lovely place.
wasn't 100% for sure in state, but basically that North Carolina, South Carolina, which I'm not thrilled on.
Can anyone hear me now?
Somewhere else.
Yeah, we got
Yeah, I
you
can
now.
hear you.
We got a couple sisters out in North Carolina.
What areas?
Kind of around. I gotta remember. One of them just moved out there, but they're around Raleigh. I think around Raleigh, because one of them was around Chapel Hill, and I think she moved, and I can't remember. Or not Raleigh. Crap, I'd have to look up her address. But I can't think of it.
Raleigh's decent, so I've spent some time that way. Actually, I had a pretty good time when I was there years ago as a single person. But I don't know. I'm not sure because some of the laws, they just seem a little eh. And I also have to look at it like on the business side of things too. So it's it's more than, I guess, just moving. I guess, I don't know. It's moving, but also trying to keep the business aspect easy, if that makes sense, or easier or easy as possible. Not that I expect to just move a business and expect it to succeed or anything, but in a sense, it would be nice that after getting established, if I wanted to jump back into my own thing for some reason, what stands in the way of that makes a difference, I guess, and the cost. But the good news is just about everything seems better in New York. So it's almost anywhere I go, except for maybe California, it's probably a better deal. So. But might as well get the best deal you can, though.
Back on the road, but I guess I won't be able to put my phone up in the window because it's hot enough out there that it's killing the battery.
We can hear you now, so that's a start.
Right. So, has anyone checked out the Ruger Max 9 yet?
No, it doesn't interest me.
You don't want
Can't say that I have.
You don't want a little pocket gun?
No, not a little plastic pocket 9. No.
It's a negative.
So Artac should have an invite if he checks his emails.
There's occasions I carry a backup gun, in a sense, for sure, but that wouldn't be a pocket gun per state. Yeah.
My sister's in Pittsboro. That's where it is, Pittsboro, North Carolina.
I have no clue where that is.
Yeah, I'm not 100% on that either.
Although now I'm doxing her.
I mean, depending on how big the city is, it's not like you're saying, "Hey, she lives at the corner of 13th and 8th Street," in the purple house.
Yeah, technically a general idea was fine. Raleigh area, whatever. Doesn't matter. I was just trying to get an idea if it was somewhere I was familiar with or not. So.
Yeah, I'm looking on a map here.
Times have changed, so the way the atmosphere may have been years ago may not be the same now. And then I wasn't, so focused. Didn't have the same focus I do now. I'll put it that way. So.
Yeah, it's south of Chapel Hill, and kind of southwest of Durham. She's a Duke fan. Her husband is a North Carolina fan.
Well, they should
be
all
a divorce
Clemson
waiting
fans.
to happen.
I just went. Oh
crap.
Artac should be in now. Maybe.
Oh yeah, y'all having it now. Y'all gonna get it.
Bring it.
Number one, Rob, what the hell's wrong with you wanting to move to North Carolina, some purple ass state? I thought
I don't.
me and
Nighthawk
Medic had your ass coming to Tennessee. But in all seriousness, like you said, check the laws, because if you want to build a business, dude, they can't keep houses here. You put a house up for a week, it's gone. In my opinion.
Right.
You ain't got no stupid gun laws. You ain't got no stupid state income tax in Tennessee. You know, we got like a 10% sales tax. That's it. Well, it varies in county. It's either, I think the highest it is 12, but that'd be like those idiots up in Nashville. Kentucky would be good. They do have a state income tax, though, but they don't have no stupid gun laws. Stay out of the blue state, stay out of the purple state. Your business will flourish, and you'll enjoy your gun rights. And those are facts.
I'm going to repeat that to the lady later.
Right. Okay. So,
Make sure she's on the same page. Because,
on which part?
I mean, it's a lot to juggle and whatnot. But like I said, I'm already not leaning towards the Carolinas. But,
South Carolina probably wouldn't be so bad. North Carolina, why go somewhere where it's leaning to go little California, you know what I mean? Or little New York. You're wanting to get away from that shit. Don't go to a state that's purple. That doesn't make no sense. Unless you're like a guns and boom. Huh?
So you make a good point.
I'm saying you're only hurting yourself in the long run. State income tax. I ain't paid state income tax in 20 years.
The last thing I want to do is end up like G23 there. You know, stuck
in Oregon?
Lines again.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Last time Tennessee voted blue is like Bill Clinton. And that's because of Al Gore. And we've even had, we've had a Democratic governor since I've been here. But we're always, it was always locked. The Senate and House was always locked by Republicans. So even now, the only two counties that are blue in this whole state out of 96 counties is Davidson County. That's because Nashville's in there, and whatever county Memphis sits in. So the whole eastern part of Tennessee. What do you think?
I think he's talking to his wife.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
His wife is serious now?
Yes.
Please try again.
Oh, he's talking to his damn. Is he lost? Where's he going anyway?
He drove up to Cracker Barrel for okra. And it's 2 hours from his house.
For okra?
That's sad, isn't it?
What a lazy son of a bitch. Why don't you just make it at home, man?
Right? I think so. I think he could do that. Remember.
Yes.
This ain't lobster and wine or something. You're talking about okra. What the hell?
Hey, you gotta remember though, he works in food prep at industrial side of it, not like he might not be able to cook at all.
Very true. Very true.
And I don't know how hard it is to cook okra because I don't like okra. So I take that back. I take it back.
Then fry it with a nice breading on it. You bite into it, and it's crispy on the outside, but yet soft on the inside, almost like a nice crispy tater tot. Not the big ones, the little ones. What do they call them? I can't think of what they call them now, but they're like a tater tot cut into thirds. So you get like really crispy. Oh, those are a good one. Okra is almost the same way. Like it's. I don't know how somebody doesn't like it like that. Maybe eating it some other way, but that shit's great, man. Like I think so.
I think I do like it deep fried though. I can't remember.
What is everyone giving me hell because I drove like 2 hours to get deep fried okra?
Yes.
And he went to a Cracker Barrel of all places for 2 hours. Like, you need to go like to Aunt Jemima's shop on the corner if you want the good shit.
We don't have places around here that sell friggin' okra.
But they sell tongue.
They sell deep fried pot, maybe.
I can get tongue, I can get cow brain, I can get menudo, I can get.
Apparently, I'm not the only one that needs to move.
Yes, I need to move. I've been trying to tell the wife I want to move to Missouri.
Yeah, she might take you up on that and crush your ankles with a sledgehammer and keep you tied to bed.
It's New York and
Well, at least here pretty soon I'll be getting back to being able to actually use a decent headset and computer, not run off myself the mountains.
We're losing you, Johnny Five. No disassemble.
Yeah, I just caught that reference. I hadn't seen that movie in years.
It's still funny. Funny to me.
It's still it's funny. I'll give you that.
Patriot in the Dark says hello to everybody except Rob.
Hi, Patriot.
I won't be able to hear it. I can barely hear it.
I guess you're doing a video for me tomorrow.
No, I'm not doing a birthday video for you tomorrow.
I'm pretty much robot in my belief. Is my connection sounding any better?
A little bit.
Yeah. A little spotty.
You didn't help me.
He already has this already.
That kitty ears go off to ROTCs yet?
No. Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Cool. Hopefully we'll hear about it afterward.
I believe we will.
They're going to let you shadow her so you can get some pictures of muscle failure and the crying and all that stuff.
No, I'm hauling my ass back to the house to go to bed.
I get it. Party time. I get it.
I gotta work 4 to 12. Yeah, they don't work me at work. They done transferred me out. Now I gotta go work a bunch of slap-jaw mouth breathers over at Amazon.
Mm-hmm. Forcing some morning PT. Make sure she don't fall short.
No, I know she'll be cutting the grass here and putting that mower though.
Man, you're missing out. Morning PT with kids is fun. Like, get a spatula or something. You can have a blast. Like, you should join them, but at the same time, oh, you can have a blast.
I retired last year. I'm over it. I'm over the military. I'm retired. I'm done.
Yeah, it's just a fitness thing. Plus, it's a bonding exercise.
It doesn't
And I
bother
did
me
that
back well.
years ago, and shit, the kids still basically do it. Now they just work out on their own and shit. I don't got to tell them nothing. So.
What happened to Nighthawk? Is his internet down?
No, he's on a call.
Oh. It seems like I can't get my internet here at the house to work. Which is not
Well,
that's the only bad
mine
thing
is-
about the part of Tennessee I live at is that every time the rain comes by or high winds, we lose internet for whatever reason. Open the door so you can water a bit.
We've had a lot of rain lately. A lot of trees down, water damage, roadways getting flooded out, accidents. It's been pretty much nonstop the last week or so. Rivers are pretty high, but they're not overflowing. But the ground's so saturated every time it pours like it has been lately, things just pool up everywhere. Just notified my daughter's job, the back room's flooding, and she found a frog, which isn't good considering they got a lot of drugs in that place. But so water is probably not a good thing. So, a lot of places are having issues.
Found a frog. Did she bring it home? Had some frog legs or something?
I think the lady already told her no, because she probably was planning on having another pet. So, I mean, enough's enough,
Or was the frog drugged up or something? Was he there for recovery?
No idea, man.
Kermit. Kermit's gonna be on some type of drugs. I think Miss Piggy looks good. There's all kinds of jokes with that, man.
Artec, why don't you tell Sam of Anarchy what kind of car G23 has?
He got a Nissan. Nissan.
He's got a Rogue.
No, it's a Nissan Roulette. Gotta say like the hillbilly. It's a Nissan Roulette.
Yep.
Eddie Murphy would call it a Guinea Goo Goo Mobile.
So, Artec,
Yes.
how's the new shop working out?
The new what?
The new shop that you're videoing at.
Oh, it's working pretty well.
And they're not caring if Tori's there?
Nope.
No, they could care one bit less. Matter of fact, I went in once or twice without her, and they drilling me on where she was at. So yeah, a little bit different out about her helping out there versus the other place.
Well, that's good. At least they aren't too strict.
Yeah, well, this is like the guy's wife's not involved, so no one's being jealous or whatever the hell their problem was. I still go to the other shop, but I only go there twice a month now.
You're at the first shop only like twice a month.
Yeah, now, yeah. Because his inventory's not changing all that fast now, and I'm pretty sure I hurt somebody's feelings there, and they're not man enough to tell me how I hurt their feelings, or
So the other shop's owner's wife was what, jealous of your daughter?
Well, she's the one that stopped her from coming in. She's the one that stopped her from helping. She's the one that stopped her from being there when I'm there filming. Because when I went in there, I used to go in there and work too. I'd work behind the counter, help sell guns, help sell whatever, help people pick stuff out to build their rifles. Free labor is the way I look at it.
Well, does your daughter dress provocatively by any chance?
She's 14. No.
Okay. Well, trust me, that means nothing depending where you live. But that's why I'm just curious, because there could be an issue there or something.
No.
That seems strange. I don't know. She's not a little smart ass, is she?
Her issue was that she was afraid that the AFT would come in, and because she was not a family member, they would say something about her being behind the counter, this and that. And I looked at her. I said, "You realize I have an FFL2 because I have a CNR license." I said, "So I don't see how that would be a problem." She's with me all the time, so it's not like she's there by herself running the fucking store. You know what I mean?
I dress provocatively all the time. Gun T-shirts with Birkenstock sandals.
I know some women get funny about, I don't know. Maybe it's wrong for me to say. I don't know, but I've known some women in the past or come across some that don't like being around anybody that's cuter than them. So, if they're instantly got a problem with it. So I don't know.
That could be the issue as well. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they don't have a daughter. I know they don't have a daughter. I know they have a son, an older son who's an adult. So two. So
good-looking people get discriminated against too.
Yeah, that's true. So whatever. But the other place is working out fine, and he tends to carry. If you'll see the update, the videos popping up when I release them. He carries a little bit more refined line of firearms per se, other than just the stuff that sells all the time. So we'll have like CMMG Banshees and M&M AK style pistols and CZs and things like that. And he just carries a higher line of higher dollar of instruments. But even though the other shop will have some Black Range stuff and some friction on, it just depends.
Any nice display stand kits in there for sale?
They're pretty.
I know a guy.
Yeah, well, I do too.
3D shit. Looks
guy,
like
the new guy,
the piece of machine puked it out. Oh, poor bastard.
The new guy is 3D printing stuff, like Soylent. I can't even speak. Fuel filters. He's 3D printing fuel filters.
Wow.
So, but they're only for the 22 gauge hose clamps. So, and they work. Hopefully, they work good on the long cars, and then on the short cars, I don't know yet.
There's a lot of people in this world that are just looking for a boyfriend in jail, aren't there?
Yeah, pretty much. But they're class. What do they need to be sell silencers? They're class 7.
7.
Yeah, they got the whole set there. They got regular cans there too. He wanted me to do some of the cans. And I was like, well, I don't have any cans, so I'd be more than happy to do them. So you'll just have to come with me somewhere, and be happy to show off the cans. But the new shop, the new shop's going to work out real well. The old shop, we'll see how it goes.
That's an expensive licensure to maintain.
He sells quite a bit of cans up there at the new place, or at the Gunworks. That's what it's called. It's called the Gunworks. So what the hell? Yeah, he sells a lot of cans. He's got a nine. I'm probably going to do it next weekend. I'll do a video on it. He's got an FAL on consignment there that somebody's trying to sell it for like $3 fucking grand.
They'll get that for it.
Holy crap!
If it's an actual foul, $3 grand is a good deal.
It's a real foul. I don't think it's one of the part kits guns. Well, it had to be imported because it'd be semi-auto only. He's got the bayonet, it's got the wooden furniture on it, so I'm gonna do it. He keeps bugging me about doing a Scar 20, I think. That'll be. I'll have a pretty good thumbnail for that. I'll just use an UGG boot. Put UGG on there. That'd be pretty. Because if you guys haven't figured that out, I try to put something funny in the thumbnail to be different from the the story. Like when I do the any Turkish gun, I always put I'm no jive turkey, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to be let my inner smart ass be constructive for once. And then I do plan on doing my Bob Ross painting of Hunter Biden tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah, get the keys.
I got everything I need. Well, after Victoria's birthday party, my dad's going to bring my nephew's Bob Ross wig and beard. So I want to make sure I'm decked out for it when I do.
Gotta have the long pinky nail.
Well, no, it ain't that long. I'm just gonna. I picked up a brand new can of Parmesan cheese today. Unsnorted.
Nice.
Now, did you get the good stuff, or did you get the craft or the knockoff cheap stuff?
Look, cocaine's a hell of a drug. It don't really matter.
You gotta look at the label and make sure there's not a bunch of wood pulp in that shit.
Dude, I got it from Save-A-Lot. I'm not going to eat it.
It's wood pulp.
Wood
it'll
pulp.
say cellulose.
Yeah, makes you BM better. That's not a bad thing. And cellulose has sugar in it.
When I buy cheese, I want cheese, damn it.
I've had sawdust bread before.
Get enough sawdust at work.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna do a shout out video for G23, so we can see if we can get him up to 300, so he can put his videos over on Odyssey.
Can he hear us now? G23? I want to bust his balls if he can hear us.
He's muted himself, which means he's probably on the side of the road murdering somebody. We're going to go with that on the broadcast.
Yes,
So
I can hear you all.
Oh, there he is! What's a miracle?
Bro, you got a brand new car. You need to take your ass to Lowe's and spend $30 on a gallon of paint. I was watching that show the other day, and I was like, what the hell?
Paint over the cigarette stains.
I was like, something's wrong with this camera, and I'm looking. I do a paint job in there, bro. I ain't trying to be rude or nothing disrespectful, but wouldn't hurt. That's all I'm saying.
I'm
Dude,
just looking
make-
for a new house.
That works if you're moving right out or something. Yeah, don't want to mess with it, but popping shows or whatever, this or that, yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea. So, not that all of my house is perfect. Shit, I got an unfinished ceiling in my kitchen. My kid fell through it 2 years ago up in the attic, and I put the sheetrock up, put a first coat on, and was pissed off and called it done. And I still get bitched about it. So I might have to fix that myself one of these days. But so, like I say, I'm not trying to be a nitpick. I'm just trying to help you out here.
Yeah, well, the lighting is shit in here too, and so that's one of the reasons why I never turn my cam on. So, I mean, it looks like a complete stalker sitting in the dark.
Kinda. And then you're doing a charity show, and the other guy's got good light, American flag, and then I'm like, who's this guy?
That's creepy Uncle Joe.
Right?
I'll be
I
right
do
back.
something,
like-
even if it's a drop light in a sheet or something.
Yeah, get a green sheet. That way you can always say it's a green screen.
So now I feel bad for saying something. Just trying to help you out, buddy.
Oh no, I completely. Yeah, I just want to get my damn studio, be able to get my studio set up and crap like that. So yeah, that's where my main focus is.
I propose you allow random people on the internet to choose the paint color for your studio.
Salmon pink.
Probably not.
I feel like this is the kind of thing that would potentially cause you to go viral.
Oh yeah.
Or
Oh,
virus.
Hey, maybe if we should get to pick the type of way you paint it too.
Ooh, I'm all for a mop handle in the derriere while he douches the wall with whatever color paint I choose.
Okay, so I'm gonna swap devices. I'll be right back.
You're
Don't
gonna leave us
don't-
in here alone?
Don't go away mad. Okay,
Oh, shit.
I want him to do the Mr. Bean way, where he gets the 5 gallon of paint
Oh yeah,
and put a big old giant firecracker in it.
yep.
Dude, I've taken
That's the way
paint
I vote.
where you got like partial gallon of this, partial gallon of that, just to mix it all up in
Ooh,
a 5
yeah.
gallon.
It always ends up brown. It's always brown or purple.
Works great for rentals, man.
Uh-huh. So we were reconditioning one of the rental properties, and when we got done, we were looking around and we were like, we have a lot of different colored paints, like random colored paints. And so I was like, let's get rid of these because some of them are old enough that we're probably never going to get the match right again, right? So I load them all into the dumpster because they take latex here, right? And I go to pull the thing out to the road, and the wheels fall off of it. It was like 300 pounds. I didn't mean to.
Oops.
Little tip for people out there: if you're a cheap son of a bitch and you have a rental or got to paint something, you really don't care about the color. Check out those clearance racks in the Lowe's, Home Depot, because sometimes they have goofs where they didn't make the color right. The machine didn't put enough, pigment of one type or another, and then the person doesn't want that; they want the right color. So that goes to the shelf where it gets discounted to like half price. So keep an eye out for that. And if you need a lot, buy a few and mix the shit together.
Nice.
Good advice.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on how picky you are, but if you're just painting something that doesn't matter to you too much, then okay.
Or just hire Rob D to come paint whatever you need painted, and don't worry about it.
So if we hire Rob to paint in Tennessee and then don't allow him to leave, That solves our problem because his wife and family will come.
Some
Exactly.
hostage. Yep.
They
That
love
almost
him,
was
so
in
they'll
Florida
come.
years ago.
Yeah.
Went on vacation. I got stuck working for like 2 weeks. I couldn't say no. So, and they actually sent me money that was waiting in my mailbox, a check when I got home too. Like, because I got paid in a third before, a third when
Yeah.
I was done, and another third when all the paperwork cleared and having the final inspection. So,
Crazy.
they were honest too. I couldn't freaking believe it. I was like, yeah, they're not going to pay me. So I was like, I made out all right. Got home and boom, there was a big ass check in the mailbox. Shit. Why do we have to come back?
So, okay. So sorry that I missed everybody on the side chats. Now I can actually see the side chat, and I see we got Mystic Guns out there, Sergeant Joe Smith, Sam of Anarchy. There's probably 100 million more that I've missed. So it only took 2 hours to be able to get to a computer screen.
Hope it was worth it for your okra.
Have you never eaten fried okra?
Oh, I have. I'm with you on that. But the driving 2 hours? Hell no. You'd make it quicker than that.
Have you never fried okra?
Try finding okra just like out here in the West. It's
Dude, grocery stores. I'm telling you, if you go to these places, they're full of vegetables and fruits from exotic areas of the world. It's incredible.
It's the outside aisles.
I walk into these places and they have oranges in Tennessee. It's incredible. There was this guy in the back room and he had blood all over him, and he was putting meat from cows in Wisconsin. Yes, dude, it was crazy. I thought he was a serial killer first. I almost cleared my holster, but it turns out that he had meat and lots of it. And then I went down this other aisle, and there was a disinterested teenager, and he was putting Asian food on a shelf. Can you believe it?
Asian food
in Tennessee. It's freaking believable, dude. Go to the grocery store and get some okra and Google how to fry it, dude. 2 hours to go to a Cracker Barrel? If I was your wife, I would smack you right now.
My wife was more than willing to drive the 2 hours.
Let me talk to your wife. She needs to go to the store, buy a fish, bring it home, and slap you with it. 2 hours to get fried okra. I heard her laugh. She knows it's true.
No, that was Tori.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Tori. Artak, I'm damaging your children. But I cannot believe that, dude. Cracker Barrel isn't even that good here. We go to Cracker Barrel when we want a bad breakfast. There are much better places to eat.
They don't even carry the big steak anymore.
No!
And no Italian dressing. That's it. Damn it. Never again. Never again.
I see we got TPC out in the crowd. Mandatory carry. So, welcome, guys. Actually,
I wouldn't Nighthawk on this, man. But if you said you were bored with the new car and just wanted to get out of the house and take the drive, then I can understand. But if it's just for the food, that's batshit crazy, bro.
It was. I mean, a lot of this. We have the stores that have like canned okra and stuff, and you're not gonna deep fry canned okra.
What city do you live in?
Roseburg.
Oh, you're gonna get burned alive, dude. He's gonna find okra on the shelf.
Yeah, probably at Walmart, which I don't go to. There should be 5 unopened. 6 total.
I found six places that have fresh okra for sale.
Yeah.
Damn. How long did that take?
Less than
Not 2 hours.
seconds. Dude, you have a huge farmer's market.
Yeah, we do.
Go, put your wife on now. I'm going to tell her what kind of fish to get.
A mackerel. Get a mackerel. Smack his ass with a mackerel.
Oldest one they have.
No.
There's a big motorcycle shop down there too.
Yeah, there is.
I don't think so.
I cannot believe
There
that.
used to be.
Yeah, there used to be.
I think you're dating a waitress down there. There's no way you did that just to get okra.
Well, the wife even went
It doesn't mean you're
3
not
for
a freak.
$4. There was 3,
Maybe she's the one with the date.
right?
That's true. You never know. Bing bong delivery.
That's one hell of a
Make sure her
Uber-
side piece don't have a side piece. You know what I mean?
That's how you get gonosyphil herpes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they got creams for that.
Ugh.
Ajax don't take that shit off.
I've treated a lot of venereal diseases in my lifetime, and
Ooh. Oh,
somehow
man, we still
managed to
got
not
kids
be
in here.
self-treating any of them.
I
Too
see
late,
you
you
guys
didn't open
cave
that
all this
bottle
stuff and don't
It's your
gas
Heath
on
bar.
yourself.
Too late,
It was
Nighthawk.
funny
You
to
done
watch.
open that bottle up.
Yeah, I
Night-
did.
Nighthawk says that he should talk to you about me driving all the way to Cracker Barrel just for fried okra. He doesn't understand that you actually enjoyed driving down there just for fried okra.
Tell everybody on the chat right now that you tolerate him because you love him.
Yeah, she just left.
Uh-huh.
Like, I'm going-
Yeah, she's like,
I'm going to the restroom.
I'm going to go call Fernando in the bathroom, a man who understands that he can fry okra at home.
It sounds like she opened a switchblade and she gonna stick you.
Yep.
Well, yes, there possibly could have been that situation also. Patriot.
Let's see, Patriot. I miss Patriot's comment. Next to huge content. Oh, okay. Dude, you could have just said that. I get that. That makes perfect sense to me. I've totally driven an hour. I go up to, what's his name's favorite gun shop, Bud's, and that's like an hour away or whatever.
Yep.
How far is Bud's from us? It's like 45 minutes, I think.
Yeah, it's in Knoxville. If you go to one in Knoxville, yeah.
Yeah, I go to Bud's all the time. I understand driving a long way to a good gun shop.
No, TPC. They're picking on me, not Rob D.
We love Rob.
I drive.
Don't make fun
I
of
drive
Rob.
half an hour.
Well, there's
Hello, everybody.
if I
Ryan
choose.
Chat,
actually
so hi,
had the
everybody
gun-
out there. Sorry to
I've
cut you off.
actually done. I've actually done the gun shop hop here,
Yep.
where I will. Well, I'll start in Cleveland and I'll go all the way out to Benton,
Yep.
supplies, drive all the way up to Maryville.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple good pawn shops up there, and go across and hit Knoxville, and then come back down and hit everything on the way down.
Yep. My circle when I do that is everything in Chattanooga, everything in Cleveland, and then up everything in Knoxville, and then back home.
Well, if I want to do like a good size gun shop tour, I drive either north and then jump over to 101 and come down 101, or I drive south and jump over to 101 and then drive back up 101. And I'll spend probably like 8-9 hours.
Oh yeah, that was actually how I ended up getting all of the new Micro 9s. Was that tour? Oh yeah, there you go, New York. That's good stuff. Don't mess it up by cooking it above
What?
medium.
Steak and salad tonight. My
Seriously?
favorite.
So
2 minutes per side. That's it.
Yep,
Yep.
blue chip steak.
Knock its horns off, wipe its butt, and walk it by the grill.
Sorry, guys. I don't do that. Medium well for me.
What?
Oh dear God!
Order
Yeah.
the chicken, you
It can
steak
be
eating
pink in the
bastard.
middle. It's fine. Pink in the middle, a little bit of blood on the plate, but that, 1/8 inch of looks cooked on the outside, and you open it up and it looks raw. I can't do that, man.
Dude, that's
So
like your
good.
most tender, most flavorful steak you'll ever have.
It is. It's amazing.
It melts in your mouth.
It's like butter.
You guys are lucky. There's a young one here because I would call you out on something.
Okay,
horrible
she's not.
over
She's
this.
not in the room.
It's
He's not
like
in the room.
butter. It is so like butter, you wouldn't understand.
Call them out. Let's hear it.
It-
Call them out.
You know, it just sounds like, you know, I don't know, some female sexual pleasure on the bad week of the month. You know what I mean? Just no.
Are you saying you have never earned your Red Wings?
I'm
That's what
saying,
he's saying.
I don't
Yeah,
eat
that-
dripping stuff.
What is
So
going
the-
on here?
What?
What the hell is going on here?
the truth comes out.
Somebody don't.
So
Somebody don't have their ticket for the Red Wings.
Yeah.
Talking to the world.
Oh, are ya?
Rob-
Just saying, I don't like my stuff drippy and wet, like it's not bloody. Like,
so
this
he
is
likes it
getting
hard.
bad. Never mind.
Dude, no Red Wings, but he's got 2 men in a tub. Ian.
No.
How do you go that long without earning your red?
Yeah, we're talking about steak, but I said eating raw steak is like you know, eating out a bloody girl or something. That's what I was referring to. It's horrible.
Oh yeah.
Yep, Rob's now gonna get it smacked in the crap
Oh,
around.
you guys, you Bloody Mary folk or something else.
Hey, you might as well go one step forward. Hey, if you don't hit the brown hole every once in a while, then you're not doing it right.
Well then.
Oh,
Somebody always
Remember-
goes too far.
Yep.
Anywho,
I was in church less than 6 hours ago. I guess that's all done now.
you better be going back in the morning.
I clearly need to. I think there's a Church of God around here somewhere that's close to my belief system. I'll go meet with them.
Scared Loki while he was sleeping. I went back there.
Good times.
Oh,
You go need more than Church of God. They're hitting synagogue.
boy.
Everybody's going to need rebaptized now.
What was that song? The
See this
Mississippi.
cucumber?
Mississippi.
See this
Mississippi
son of a
squirrel.
bitch?
yeah, we know what you use that for.
That came from the grocery store, buddy. It's in that
Yeah.
aisle. That's where the
Yeah.
okra is.
You'll find okra in the. Yeah, there you go.
Don't ask me why this is like 16 inches, but that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, we know
Canada, too.
we know
That's all that.
exactly.
Do not
You
buy
know-
produce that replaces you, dude. That's not a good plan.
I didn't buy it, so
Oh no!
It is truly a replacement.
Must
There
be
we-
the money.
Don't worry about my cucumber.
There's you, and then there's the guy she
Oh,
says is not a threat.
Don't worry about the cucumber. Nothing here to see. Move along.
Oh my god! Why is there no one
what
watching
a
your
show.
stream, G23?
we got 19 people. What are you talking? Oh, 17 now.
Uh oh.
You know, I was at the
it's
grocery
that
store
raw
today.
steak that grosses some people out, man.
Oh Lord, I'm sorry. And be with all the baby munchkins. Okay.
So
It's okay. I'm Catholic. I can always just ask for forgiveness anytime.
Right.
so yesterday I was at
Dying. I'm
Yeah, but-
sorry.
yesterday I was over at Bimart and they had some critical defense 40 in stock, so I picked up 3 new boxes.
I don't know how they afford to keep that in stock since you're the only person buying it.
Well, there's a lot of people buying 40 around here.
The FBI and all the law enforcement agencies have stopped buying it, so that's
Not
going to be
around
a
here.
problem soon. Yeah, they're going to start retiring. All of them are retiring 40s, dude.
Yeah, they're
I don't think the law enforcement around here is going to give up 40, or just the people because when the ammo scarcity happened, 40 was the first off the shelf.
I didn't ever run out of
Yeah.
ammo. I don't know.
40 was the last. 40 was the last off the shelves here.
40
could-
was the first off the shelf. We still had 9 when everybody else was screaming that they didn't have it. I mean, I was still picking up a dime a dozen.
It was a game. You had to jump through hoops to get it, but I got 9 every weekend, and so it was just a matter of being there, right? I showed up at 4:00 in the morning and sat outside. Dude, I got more viewers that way.
I know those stupid ammo videos that everybody does.
Yeah, no, I didn't do ammo videos. I would sit out and talk to the guys, and everybody's sitting there with their phone, right? And so they'd start watching my videos, and they'd subscribe to the channel.
Oh,
So TPC, have a good night.
Good night,
Yeah.
TPC. Thank you, buddy.
Night, PBC.
Rougarou says he
Yeah,
has a
you
headache.
might have a problem if you're getting up in the middle of the night, sneaking out to go stand in line for your 50 rounds.
I didn't sneak nothing. My wife threw me out of bed when the alarm got off.
he's like, what the hell is wrong with you?
Get the hell out of bed. The alarm's going off.
So Rougarou says he has a headache from laughing so hard.
Well, good.
Right?
Hablo de complex.
Oh, you missed out on something too, G. Here in Tennessee, we actually got shrimp in the grocery stores as well.
We do.
Oh, we got that because we're like
But you
freaking.
should. You're right
We're
on the coast,
Yeah, we're like an
He
hour
was
from the
laughing
ocean.
with us, right?
right?
Yeah, that's totally what was happening.
Right?
Oh, okay. I'm just checking.
He may have been laughing at you, Rob. I'm just saying.
This is not an example of bullying.
I know we're an equal opportunity because it was getting all on my ass for a while, and then we found an opening, and Rob got the blunt end of that.
I would like you to never again use the words ass and opening so close in line with each other, please.
Oh, our show cucumber in the same show.
Ooh! So, did you guys hear that the Dems that fled
Yes.
Texas tested positive for COVID?
A coronavirus. They tested positive for a coronavirus. I would like to mention that 22.56% of common colds are a form of a coronavirus.
Yep.
It's not the Delta. It's not the Delta variety. They don't have the most deadliest one.
I don't
I
know
thought-
why. It would be
I
the
thought
first
Lambda
time in
was.
history. First time in history the rebirth of a virus was ever more deadly than its original strain.
What's
I
that?
thought they were saying Lambda was the most deadly.
Oh, they don't know. Oh, we can't be talking about the Rona. They'll flag you for misinformation and block your channel.
What flowery crap are you trying to show there, Rob?
It's a shower curtain.
Oh,
Sorry, I was just trying to measure that cucumber.
16 inches?
Dealing with some issues here.
Yeah, but you are.
It's
Rob-
not the length you have to worry about, it's the
The
diameter.
guy-
Later
Hey,
we'll see
Rob-
pictures of Rob in the shower holding himself.
Crying.
I know all there is to know about the crying game.
Oh,
So is there
God.
like an inch limit there, Rob? Like is it like 6 inches or less, or you can go up to 8?
I don't want to talk numbers.
Oh
but
God!
I was concerned on that. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I would be concerned too, trying to stick something up your ass like me.
Take a deep breath.
Oh,
You know what? We really need to consider Rob Filler on. He might be into Peggy.
I don't think so. I think
I
I've
don't even
known.
know what that is, man.
I think I've known Rob
Two men in
enough.
the tub does. The 2 men in the tub do.
I'll be right back. We're down to 16. They're dropping like flies.
15. What are you talking about? Oh,
Someone in the comments put up something to talk about.
right. Somebody out there in the comments say, "Hey, talk about this."
All right, Taurus G4X. Anybody seen one yet?
Yes, I'm testing it right now.
So,
Nope.
so Carolina wants us to talk about how the live stream has gone different directions.
It's absolutely the first version of one of the Micro 9s that they did something intelligent with. They put interchangeable back grips on it, and so
Oh, the GX4.
yeah, and so everybody. Go
I
ahead.
saw that, and it was like pretty interesting.
Well, so it's a pinky hanger. The pistol's a pinky hanger. It's a 2-finger pistol, but because they have those interchangeable back grips, they absolutely it holds better. You can get it in your hand. It's firm. It doesn't feel like it's trying to flip. I've done a bunch of rapid fire sets with it. It's got a good trigger on it.
There's a company, I think I forget the name of the company, but they do a base plate swap. It does not add any extra rounds or anything, but it will add so that you can actually get that finger groove for your pinky.
Yeah, it would need to come down another inch to do that, but I like it, dude. If it shakes apart, obviously I'll make a comment about that. But I'm doing all the new Micro 9s as we speak, and every one of them had just been fun. Even the Ruger, and I don't particularly love Ruger firearms, pistols, but pretty good. Pretty good.
I gotta have a place for my pinky because that's part of my grip.
Up
If I
in the
don't have
air.
a spot for my pinky, I'm
Well, having that different back strap can put it further into your hand, Artec, and I'm the same way, right? I hate having a hanger, but because you get such a firm plant against that, it's really comfortable to shoot. It doesn't feel.
Is it real snappy like a LCP M380?
Not at all. It's a little heavier than the LCP, and it's a little heavier than the 365. So that does a good job.
Carolina says apparently GX4 is having some issues with the trigger. Many are doing videos about it.
Well, I'm 300 rounds into this one and no trigger issues so far.
What trigger issues are they having? I haven't heard of anything. Matter of fact, I haven't seen anybody of any, the big gun channels doing anything about it.
I haven't really seen anything from the big channels even really talking about the Taurus.
Right.
Well, it like I said, it has run like a top, and so far the trigger's been good on it. It's got a really super crisp and short trigger for a Taurus. They normally don't have triggers this good.
Yeah, that's the only thing I've heard a couple of people say is that it's got to be one of the best triggers that Taurus has ever done.
It's actually got a better trigger than the 365X and a better trigger than the Ruger 9. The new Ruger 9 Micro.
I hadn't seen the Ruger Max 9 yet. But like you, I'm not the only Ruger that I've held pistol wise that I kind of like is their 5.7, and then of course you can't find no ammo for one, so no need to get.
Oh, we were having 5.7 just like a month ago that was on the shelves.
We actually, there's some at one of the local gun shop or the local pawn shop. Big Bucks on Hicks and Pike has it. A bunch of it.
Is it $100 a box?
Yep.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yep.
What's the likelihood that some of these bigger guys have received one, but they had issues, so instead of doing a video, they just sent it back or still do it?
Well, I'm sitting here dry firing the living crap out of this thing, trying to get it to do something. I'm curious
I'm not trying to say anything one way or another. I would just state no videos could mean something too. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people are in this for money, so they're not going to put a bad review out on a free gun. Yeah.
I don't
believe
know
it or not,
because
I'll
I
rip
mean,
your stuff to
No.
pieces.
military
Yeah,
military arms
that's
channel.
us. But how many of us are getting guns handed to us when they first get released? Probably not many. So
Well,
you know,
Ruger or
but the bigger
Taurus
guys
sent
are a
these
little
to small
different.
channels. Yeah, Taurus sent these to a lot of small channels.
yeah, they
Yeah,
did.
so- yeah.
Yeah, I know because I think
And
what
they forgot me.
affordable
Here,
armor.
forgot me too.
Figures.
I think you had to be like 1,500 subscribers. Oh crap! Oh, Nighthawk left.
But here's another thing too: gun channel. If you're part of the Leviathan group, which all the big gun channels are, they'll hammer a damn gun to death. And don't mention military arms because he's done pissed in his mess kit over all those Dragonoffs that got imported and he stole
yeah.
that from somebody. So he
But-
doesn't have any credibility anymore.
Yeah, well, every single firearm that he's ever had, he seems to have had some kind of issue with. That's the only thing I was saying.
Three SIG 365s, all of them have problems. I don't believe that shit. There's no way you can get that he could physically get 3 of the same damn guns and they all have different problems. I don't see how someone can do that. You know what I mean? You know the luck you have to have.
It seems rare. I mean, I've gotten repetitive 2 car parts in a row that were both bad, brand new out the box, just pulled off the shelf. Both bad.
Yeah, but that's different because quality control.
And there's more probably because electronics and shit. So I mean, sometimes goose do happen. Lot numbers, maybe they were all shipped to the same, general location or county or something. I don't know. But
if you watch
probably
those
not
videos,
likely.
If you watch those videos on that, Rob, he had 3 different lot numbers, 3 different periods of where they were made, like 3 or 4 months apart. And every single one of them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if he provided all that information, I don't know. I mean, either he's full of shit or that's a hell of a coincidence.
But it's always his SIGs that seem to have problems. Like his rattler with like trying to get his can to work on there right because it was tapered. Something else. But when I can't remember the other guy that did it, he had that new SIG precision rifle, and he had trigger issues. And as soon as he released that video, SIG wanted the gun back, and he sent it back. And then they didn't. And we ain't seen any more videos on those SIG precision rifles. It's supposed to come out in the new military 6.8, or they're calling it the SIG 277 Fury.
So, Sam of Anarchy 92 says, talk about carry gun options and backup options for a secondary gun. Whew. I mean, where do we start? I mean, a carry gun, you could easily have a full-size 1911. And then you could go with you could have a backup as a commander size, or you could even go down to like just running a 320 as a backup if you wanted to stay 9. I mean, there's so many different options that you could easily go with for what you want to carry. So I mean, that's pretty hard choice
Different
to say.
levels too, in a sense of how deep concealment. I mean, are you planning on being frisked? You know what I mean? Things like this. Obviously, all that kind of makes a difference. Size and placement too.
Yep, and then you also have do you want to go with a wheel gun as a backup, or do you want to have a semi-auto as a backup? I mean, you have so many different choices, and then not only are you going to think about what your carry gun's going to be, what your backup carry gun's going to be, but then you got to think about, okay, well, how many mags am I going to carry for each one of them?
You're getting way too detailed. You're getting way too detailed in it.
Or if you're going to carry a wheel gun as a backup, how many speed loaders are you
It's
going to carry?
deep, man. Depends on the individual and your purpose or your need, your reason why you feel you
Now-
need to carry a backup gun.
Yep.
I
Okay.
carry one sometimes because I feel I may have to struggle for my main one because I know I'm going to an area that may be rough and it's very tight. So that's where you have less time to respond. So if I do get sucker punched or jumped from behind and attacked at the same time, I have an option that hasn't been seen before. You know what I mean? In a sense. So to me, it's just kind of element of surprise and still like a last minute thing. But somebody else, it might be different. I don't know.
This is what I do. If I'm down to my backup gun, that is to get me the hell away,
Right?
not to stand there and fight. So
My
if you
bad.
lose your main gun, let me finish. If you lose your main gun or your main carry, whatever it is, then you're SOL. You're down to your backup gun. Now you need to get the hell out of the situation. So, like usually there's always 3 guns around me, per se. I have my truck gun, which sometimes is my carry gun. I have my backup, which is a 25 Baby Browning. That is designed to get me to the damn truck, to get my truck gun if I don't have an EDC gun on. So if you're carrying a Glock, and then what the cops will do is that they'll carry a 26 as a backup, as a ankle holster. I'm not. I carry one in my left pocket. I carry my 25 in my left pocket if I'm that's for me to get away. If I decide to carry a full size gun like a 1911, then I'm going to probably carry my 38 snub nose as a backup gun. Notice I still do have 2 more guns in the truck, just in case I run out. And then I'll have extra mags and ammo if we're talking a firefight. Get the hell out! You need to get away if you're already into your backup gun, and you've already used your second magazine on your primary weapon. Then you need to get out. You're spending way too much time there. That's what
Do you think you can get a follow-up shot from your pocket if you're carrying a Baby Browning or whatever? I mean,
Yeah.
is that something that's crossing your thinking?
No,
the gun's going to function within the pocket if you're attacked sitting down or something like that.
I know that. It's a
All
Baby
right.
Browning.
I'm just asking.
It's a blowback gun. That's a blowback operation.
Yeah. And it won't get hung up in or be short stroked or anything like that.
That I'm gonna get one shot out with it. That one shot.
That's what I'm wondering. Yeah.
Well, I've guaranteed one shot. Let's put it that way. But if I can get it, if I can put my hand in my pocket, I can almost guarantee I can pull it out.
For a pocket, I would want to go revolver, honestly. Something I could just keep squeezing that trigger and pray to God it works so I can get my ass up or whatever's going on.
That's the point.
One shot might not be enough, especially if you're dealing with 3 thugs on the corner or something, or whatever the situation may be.
And sometimes I carry my 38 sub nose in my pocket. So it depends on what I'm wearing. Like it's summertime here in Tennessee where we got 90-degree temperatures and 200% humidity. So I'm walking around in a pair of tennis shoes and a t-shirt and a pair of gym shorts. That 25 kind of, holds my pants, pulls my shorts down if I don't wear the right pair, or if I wear a pair of like BDU shorts or something, or a pair of jeans, and I can wear a belt, I'm good to go. So, but yeah, usually the 25 was even in the door. I usually keep it in the door panel of the truck on the driver's side, and I keep my truck gun in the console. And if I got one on me, then but the problem is that like on the revolvers, it's easy to carry 1 or 2 speed loaders, the speed strips, if you're going to carry it in your pocket, because you can always put one of those in your back pocket. No big deal. I got an extra mag for the Browning. I'm not going to be changing mags on that thing. If I'm using my wheel gun, my backup gun, whether it's a wheel gun or it's a 25 Browning, sometimes I'll carry a 32 Beretta. If I'm into that, I'm on my way back to the truck to get something bigger with more capacity. Especially if I'm traveling, then I'll even have
a kicker.
Well, if I'm in the truck or if I'm traveling, then I'm gonna have my I usually carry my Kel-Tec Sub 2000, and I'll take my Glock 17 with me, so I got mag compatibility right off the bat if I'm traveling. So depending on how far I'm going and what state I'm going into, and then if not, then I'll carry an AR pistol with a 40 round mag, and have a couple in the backup. And then ain't counting what if Victoria's with me, she can grab any of them and operate them. So now I got backup.
I wanted to make a correction about pocket carry. I think earlier I said it's not something I do, and that's because typically thinking of pocket carry is not something I normally do. But actually thinking about it, I pocket carry all the time. I just cargo pocket carry. So that kind of leads into the question on the screen. What's the carry method? Sometimes when it's hot or I'm working in a customer's house or this or that, I'll throw my shield in a Tegua outside the waistband holster. The way the tabs are on it, the loop to your belt slides perfectly into a cargo pocket. So the gun stays secure in place. I can still draw it quick. Reholster's a little slower, not going to lie, because you got the flap, but I'm not overly concerned. I can reholster it one-handed. It's not a big deal. I'm more concerned about getting the gun out quick than back in, when you're talking critical time. I had no problems throwing my gun on the ground and putting my hands in the air when the police show up. So it ain't nothing like that. But needless to say, a lot of times I'll do that, and sometimes that's how I'll be secondary carrying as well, in a cargo pocket. I do it other ways too, but I don't want to be precise on everything. But I definitely switch it up for what I'm doing, because driving can be an issue, like with appendix carry. I know a lot of you guys are against that. I appendix carry, cocked and locked.
Maybe
I don't know, 2 times a week, no problem. I don't have any. To me, it's a piece of equipment. It's a machine, just like other tools I use. If you do your part, it does its part. So I don't have
the
issues
machines
there.
fail.
Yeah, I've slept with a gun, same thing under my pillow for years, or usually 2 guns for the longest. But I'm different. I trust things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like I can walk off a cliff with a rope and a carabiner and not freak out because I trust my equipment. So it's just different. I don't know. I'm my line of work or whatever. You screw up, you die. It's just the way it is. So, or you wish you did sometimes. But needless to say, so I'm okay with that. But other people don't like that. But I constantly kind of switch around. Not switch, but it all depends what I'm doing. A lot of times it's a full size in my shield if I'm double carrying. So hopefully that clears up my earlier wrong statement that I never pocket carry. I just never, I guess, upper pocket carry. And answers the second question, hopefully, on positions somewhat.
I'll mainly 330 OWB, because I open carry a lot, unless I am in an area where I can't open carry. And then I can just throw a shirt over it, and there it's concealed. As far as like pocket carry, I just don't. And then there's times where, you have to actually deep conceal carry, because, of like Rob saying, depending upon where you're at, city wise or state wise, whatever.
Possibly getting frisked, or just entry to certain places that you're supposed to trust an unarmed security guard with your family's life over your own. Everybody's got different opinions on that, but I'll be honest and just state a lot of times I carry my gun. So
Mhm.
it is what it is.
I've open carried after both Walmart and Fred Meyer or Kroger said that, you know, they didn't want you open carrying. I've open carried in their stores and not had any issue.
The Walmart, both Walmarts here already said they weren't going to enforce it. When they came out with that, even some of the ones in Chattanooga said no, they're not going to enforce it. Why would you want to drive away money?
Right? Well, they do it all the time.
Well, certain companies do. They feel that way. But of course, they're only pandering to the 0.001% of the country. So, okay, here's another question on road trips. Since you went on a road trip for 2 hours, did you take a AK pistol or rifle or a truck gun per se?
Not in the new one. I have to get something new for that one.
Okay. So
I had my G23 on my hip, but
so do you take a get home bag or a get out of trouble bag, whatever how you want to refer to it?
I haven't transferred that out of my Pathfinder, but yeah, I always have. I have a med kit, a full on med kit.
Well, you're already screwing up, bro. It's not in your vehicle. It does you no good at home, man. No good.
It's not at home. It's in my other vehicle because I still drive that one too.
That does you no good.
I switch back and forth between vehicles, so yeah.
How come you don't already have an extra bag on standby just in case? What if I showed up when this shit hits the fan and all my shit was stripped on the way just to get to you to bring you some freaking okra? You got nothing?
He'll at least have a cucumber for you.
Right. I can guarantee I can find you a cucumber.
I don't need a damn cucumber.
But it makes a good point. I have a day bag that I did a video on, a get home bag. Basically, if I drive, going from here to work, I have no problem because I'm within walking distance. So that's no big deal, even for my big ass. But like if we're going to go to up to an hour, 2 hour drive, I'm going to throw that get home bag in the truck. And it's meant to come out. So it'll have either a Kel-Tec in it or it'll have one of my AR pistols in it to get home. And then I got a road trip bag, which is bigger. It'll have water in it, per se, water purification, another first aid kit, chem lights, emergency blankets, all kinds of things like that, just in case I'm out with the family and a drinking straw, because you never know when you got to go to a mud hole.
Yeah.
So I did a video on that. Go back and look at it.
Because you never know. That's just it. If you knew it was going to happen, you would have avoided it. It's like an accident. Right. And so, sometimes it's not always the end of the world. It's, something happens unexpected, and you got to huff it a ways, and little things can be a benefit, I think.
So, Carolina, to answer your question, I don't have an IFAK, but I have the MyMedic Ring Recon Advanced kit. So it has a lot more than just the IFAK.
Big bio kits over the years.
And here's the thing with those get home bags and stuff like that. You need to tailor it to you and your family, and not to
and your skills.
Right, in your skill level. Yeah. See, I even got even having a handy first aid booklet in it, or something that's what the hell we're talking about, that's covered in plastic, and keep calm. And even and we always talk about training and this and that. People seem to forget basic first aid skills.
Yep. But with the MyMedic kits, every single one of them, they have how to deploy and use instructions on every piece of equipment.
Well, that's good.
So if it would have to be used on me, somebody else could just go, oh, okay, well, this is what has to be done, which is nice. But
So-
I've worked in the medical field, and I know how to use a lot of the equipment that I have in my kit.
So have you, and some else people need to consider too, if you're on, just keep like aspirin and, allergy
That's a
medicine, something
booby
like that.
kit.
But, you need that, but you also need to keep in there your personal medicine. So if you're on like high blood pressure medicine, you keep a list of all the medications that you're on too, just in case you are incoherent and somebody rolls up on you, EMT or something like that. Somebody will have a list of all the medications you're on, so that way they don't put you in something or give you something that you're allergic to or that could have a reaction to your medicine that you take.
Yep.
So, like, if you're on metformin, you don't want them to come up there and give you another dose of metformin. That way, you poop all over the place.
Oh, well,
Hey,
just eat them.
I want to show this. This is for Rob. Because I told Rob once before that I live in a diverse neighborhood, and then I guess we're trying to fix my Wi-Fi here at the house. But let's see if you can see that.
What's the camera?
Can you see all the Wi-Fi that's being picked up by my computer? Two guys, one bathtub.
That's probably your Wi-Fi name.
No, mine's Spectrum. Mine's down here at the bottom.
That's funny. Yeah, nobody's gonna want to jump on that one.
So, anyway, I just thought that was hilarious. And it's the guys that live catty corner from us. And I was looking on that one time. Well, we think it's the guys that are catty corner from us. And it was just, I saw that, and then, Rob's story, and I was like, I've seen that somewhere else before. So if you do move here, they might be the two guys. maybe they moved to Tennessee. Who knows?
Yeah. Back to the medical stuff. I've looked at a lot of those kits. I've seen some of them, used some of them, different points or whatever. And I guess for anybody that's new, I think the kits are great, but they never seem to supply enough gauze. Like, everything's one or two. And it just seems like they can get burned through pretty quick. Or they're incomplete almost the first time you use them, and then you're kind of dead in the water with a partial kit. So after that's happened a few times, I've gone out and replenish things. And due to work, I'm required to have a pretty good first aid kit on any vehicle or whatever. It's part of the insurance thing. What are this? Smoke extinguishers, all that type of thing. There's a list of crap you got to have for insurance purposes or whatever. So that's one of the things I've dealt with for years, where somebody will slice himself at work or whatever on a job, and I open this up, do this, do that, and then the next time you're in there, you don't have enough stuff, like these standard stuff you buy. So basically, I've gotten to the point where I just go online and just buy like stock loads of different things and just kind of rebuild my own kits with my skill, abilities, things like that. I've also acquired like the staple guns. I got suture kits. I got all types of stuff because I don't know, I'm that weird guy that'll just slap a staple in it and keep going if I think it's all right. So I try to avoid the hospitals and all that crap. It's usually just it's a damn ripoff half the time, personally. I've removed my own molar before. So I don't advise doing this type of stuff, but yeah, I'm different. But doesn't mean I'm smart. I'm just different. So there's a lot of things in a sense that I think you can find a good deal on, and just the point of it, and kind of build your own kit. And a lot of it's very cheap, that I've come across. I mean, I'm not looking for like surging equipment, like top end grade stuff. I'm looking for a one-time use that I wish I never had to use in most cases. So, but there's lots of different scalpel types that you can get, and there's a big difference depending on what you're doing. So I'd keep that in mind with some kits as well. So basically, just spend a little time looking into it is what I'm saying. You can save yourself some money and get something that might be better for you. And almost no matter whatever kit you get, I'd get extra gauze. That's just like, I haven't seen a kit yet that gives you enough damn gauze.
Yes, definitely. Because here's the thing: once you start using your first aid kit for anything, you'll see what you'll use the most of, and that's what you need to have the most of.
So, Rob, did you watch the video that I did on the recon bag?
Sorry to say, I don't think so. I might have and just don't recall, honestly, but it's not coming to mind.
Yeah, they put a lot of gauze in that, but it could still use more. I'm not saying that you can never have too much gauze.
Oh yeah,
Most of those
you get
made
shot
for
up
one
in a couple
person
places or something. So it's a lot of packing you might have to do. I've seen some nasty injuries just at work with saws and things like that, where you'll burn that up quicker than crap and stuff. By the time you get somebody to the walk-in or emergency or whatever, they're bleeding all over the damn floor through what you had. So it's a damn. I mean, it's happened to me. They come running out with a bag because I'm bleeding all over the place. Damn near cut my thumb off.
So what were you going to say, Carolina?
Oh, I agree with everything. I mean, everybody needs to kind of add on to their personal IFAC or whatever you want to call it. But there are other kids that are more towards more than one person. So, I mean, you can always build your own a little bit cheaper. There's a lot of things you can use from, convenience stores and stuff like that. You can build your own kit. But a lot of those is more individual type medical kits. But like I said, you can always add on to whatever you need.
One of the first things you can do for your health is eat a salad.
I have broccoli.
And a real steak that's not burnt up.
All right, question. Does everybody have a light on their primary handgun carry gun or no light? Or either handheld light? Which one you prefer?
Handheld light, because you don't want. That's another thing. I hadn't really done a video on it. I was going to, but in my opinion,
light discipline.
You should. Yeah, exactly. You want a handheld light. You can have a light on your rifle. That's a different story. But if you get a handheld light and you're searching, then you don't have to worry about flagging somebody like in your house if it's dark, and you get one on your pistol, and you flag one, and your kid opens the door, and you flag your kid with a gun and light. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm against having one on your weapon for searching. Now, once you find somebody, that's a different story. Then light them up with your weapons light, because that's what that's designed for. Your weapons light's not designed to be searching.
Correct. I was just wondering what's everybody's method of light, which one they prefer. I'd rather have both.
Nothing wrong with having both, for sure, because they both serve a purpose, like you said, specifically.
Yeah, I usually run without a light myself. I have one. As a matter of fact, it sits right on my bedside in case I wanted it. But I've always been one to basically use a light as a decoy at most. I know my house. On average, I have better vision statistically than most other people. So to me, it's I see it as a negative in a sense. So I do see it as an advantage, and a lot of could be, especially like security, things like that. I mean, because you can shock people, and they don't know how many they're being approached by. I mean, lights do have advantages, but I feel if they've already broke into my house, they're expecting trouble. So I don't want to give any advantage to anything.
Yeah, I keep a hallway light on purpose for that reason.
So on my primary, I don't carry a weapon light. I have a flashlight, just a handheld flashlight. Preference.
He went over there and laid on his back.
Did he?
Yeah. They're sleeping, and Garfield just hops off the main chair and goes straight over
Is the internet still out there messing up?
I'm letting it stay off for a couple minutes, then turning it back on.
Well, probably somebody took out a damn telephone pole around here. It did rain, and people can't drive in the rain.
I don't know. I know Loki hasn't messed with the cord because his chain won't be long enough.
Well, I repositioned the cord where he couldn't chew it in half again.
I don't know.
Come on, letting the dog chew it in half is like half the fun.
That dog has about been shot twice. Don't give me a reason to shoot him.
So Gary says, where am I? We have no clue.
He's on the chicken ranch. That's where he's at. He's at right? Gizzard Gary? Yeah, he's got to be on the chicken ranch.
He got out again.
You made it here. You took a wrong turn. Damn, I can't even talk. Never mind.
You made the wrong turn to Albuquerque.
Carolina says he got out again. So yeah, probably. He escaped.
The coop. He escaped the coop. Oh, he could be at the hen house too.
Yeah, he's had too many wives. He doesn't need another ex-wife.
Really?
That's tough.
Well,
so
he found one that didn't wear out so quick, it wouldn't be a problem.
Says Cucumber.
So yeah, what? I think he said he's had six ex-wives.
Really?
Jesus Christ.
So does he just go around the country and pick random women and buy them houses on purpose?
That cucumber is like right here, man. Right here. I got chopped the size.
So you say.
TMI.
Yeah, I will go verify.
That's the only way he can get in his mouth.
You missed it earlier.
Gizzard says, who? You've had what? 5 or 6 ex-wives? I don't remember how many you said.
Now we're waiting.
Mm-hmm. That'd be like
I think
4.
it's only 2.
Yeah, it's probably 2. Hey, I know a guy who married the same woman, and she cheated on him with the same guy.
Oh.
So I was like, what?
My bad. It was 5. Oh.
So, and one is deceased.
Well, I know Staub was giving you hell the other, what was that? A few months ago about getting married again out in Vegas.
Hi, bud.
Ozzy's out there. Welcome, Ozzy.
Oh.
Are you still with us, boss?
I'm here. Talking to a guy, told me his first wife died because she ate his second wife died because she wouldn't eat the poisoned oatmeal.
Yeah, that could probably happen.
So basically, what Gary's saying is that he has bought 4 houses for 4 other women. Wouldn't it be cheaper just to do that, just to buy a house for somebody instead of marry him?
Well, just depending, because if you do it right and you're in the right state, she could end up paying you.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Just
I've
saying.
only known one guy to get paid. Well, that's it. Out of everybody, one guy. And damn does he brag about it all the time.
Wouldn't
He
you?
rubs it. Oh, he just brags about it in general. Like, you know, because he knows in general guys always get screwed. But his lady got popped sleeping with somebody else. And it was really kind of easy to distinguish it. I don't want to get too graphic, but her boobs were different sizes. And, you know, the rhythm of the shake, all, you know, I don't know, a mole, something, I don't know. Apparently it was quite easy to figure out this and that. So,
Tattoo.
needless to say, he met her in the service and, you know, she was a wild one. But, yeah, she's trying to think of what the hell she is, excuse me. She's a doctor. She makes a lot of freaking money. She's up there. And, this guy works for the city. He's doing well too. And shit, it wasn't long ago. He's coming over showing me like his $1,000 bicycle. He's like, yeah, the ex paid for that. Like, just die. Like, yeah, it's fun with it, man. You got the kids too. So
Tell me you wouldn't. Tell me you wouldn't. If it happened to you, tell me you wouldn't be doing the same damn thing.
Oh yeah. Shit, it's wrestling like hitting the lotto. That never happens. So it's pretty funny though. But he's, you know, he's doing well with it.
I like, you know, my buddy who got cheated on, you know, on his wife 2 times with the same guy. I said, well, hell, his name was Rick. And I said, well, Rick, well, at least, you know, she's just a 2-man woman. Why don't you guys just hook up? It'd be cheaper. and get this,
So
she's
he never noticed a mop on the porch.
A mop on the porch, no. But he got stuck with child support the second time too, like he did the first time. And now this is the smartest thing I've ever heard anybody doing on child support. He went and figured out how much he had to, well, they tell you how much you got to pay, right? So they told him, and he went and got a loan because the kid was like 10. So he went and got a loan for 8 years, totaled up his child support, and then paid her off in one lump sum and had her sign off on it that she wouldn't come after him anymore.
That's smart.
Yeah, but that's only if they could prove it was yours.
Oh,
DNA.
It was his kid. It was his kid.
They don't even care half the time.
Well, that's true.
I've been charged with kids I don't even have, and then had to dispute it, take time off from work Monday and Friday to go down, show a pay stub, this and that, so they can make a correction. And you know how much an employer loves you to be gone 2 days a freaking week for an hour and a half at a time to go deal with some bullshit that shouldn't have happened anyway. Yeah. They do whatever the hell they want to do, and then you're at their mercy, and hopefully it works out. Don't talk about child support, damn it.
You shouldn't be such a man whore.
Oh, it's ridiculous. Getting billed for kids you don't have, multiples. That's a hell of a hit out of your paycheck, man. When you got to go home and feed the kids you actually do have.
Oh, I agree with you, but you know, you out there playing the field, man, thinking you're Don Juan DeMarco.
Yeah, I got set up, and I'm out of child support because one of them actually came to court and admitted that.
Oh, okay.
I won't get into details, but
I won't get the details.
I'll leave it there.
When me and or before I got married to Victoria's mother, right? She child support thinks I'm here in Tennessee. They think I'm dead. So I never bothered to tell them otherwise. So
that's kind of funny. I mean,
Yeah,
shitty,
yeah,
but
yeah.
funny. Like, I think, you should pay. Don't get me wrong. You play,
Why
you
should I-
pay.
why
But
should I
they,
pay when you live
they
with me?
should be, reasonable with shit. Like,
You do. you do
I'm not a
realize-
freaking rock star. Some of the costs
I know.
they were trying to get me with at one point, that's ridiculous.
But you misunderstood what I said. Me and Jennifer, Victoria's mom, has been together for 20 years. We've only been married for 6.
All right, so you're with her paying for it anyway. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, she's living with me anyway. So yeah.
Right.
But and then like a dumbass, I go down there and they said, "Well, give me your social security number." So I gave my social security number. Said, "Well, we got a different one." I said, "What one you got?" And those dumbasses actually gave it to me. And I said, "Well, what year was I born?" And they got me 10 years older than what I am. So I didn't know. Okay, but yeah, I'm not dead. You can see me right here. But the case is still closed. So, and I'm still deceased in their eyes.
I know a guy who fought with the IRS for 10 years to prove that he was still alive.
That does not surprise me one damn bit. Was he still voting Democrat?
His dad passed,
Yeah.
and they marked Junior dead and not Senior.
Oh, yeah. I can see that happening. Now, see, my father and I both have the same name, except that our middle names are different. So I get his mail all the time. And a little secret, I started working when I was 14, and of course you had to have a serial number. So I went and had a fake ID made over at the University of Cincinnati. It said I was 16. So like for the first 2 years that I worked underneath his social security number.
Oops.
Yep. Of course, that's back in the days that you could, do stuff like that.
I had a fake ID to work.
Yep. It worked.
What was I, 16 and working in a factory? So you're supposed to be 18, I think it was. So shit, they were giving overtime. I was loving that up, man. That's
I
how a poor kid's getting his Nikes. Tell you what.
That's right. I had me a new starter jacket that first paycheck. Had me a new pair of Nikes. I was styling, profiling.
I had a work variance so that I could work. And I had to fight to get that because Governor Gary Locke did not believe that anyone under the age of 18 should have to work. Their parents should have to pay for every single thing.
Well, child support thinks that too, so I don't see what the problem is with it. But they should allow the kids. It should be a decision for the child to make. Especially if you're 16, you're old enough to drive. You should be old enough to be able to decide if you want to go work a part-time job.
Yeah, but they were like, nope, they shouldn't be able to. The parents should have to pay for the car insurance. The parents should have to pay for your gas. They should have to buy your car. Everything. He was like, the only thing the kids should have to do is go to school, and that's it. I'm like, live in a real world where you have single parents.
There's some parents that don't even have cars.
My mom never did.
Hell, my mom didn't get her driver's license until she was in her 30s.
Shit, I made my lady get her license last year, I think. I was tired of driving her ass around. I got multiple vehicles, but yet I got to drive her everywhere. So the hell with that shit.
All I got to do when my mom did that, I was almost out of high school, and I was like, boy, all those years my ass was walking, freezing to school. You could have been driving me. What the hell? What's up with that? And Victoria's always talking about, oh, I can go get my driver's license at 15 here in Tennessee. I said, you can go get your learner's permit at 15. You ain't getting no license at no 15.
It's like 15 and a half, 16, most states, if you go through driver's ed.
They'll have driver's ed up there, so I'm going to send her through that. And she's like, well, teach me, just don't yell at me. I said, well, don't be like your dumbass sister. And when I tell you to stop, don't continue to go.
T23, I'm going to step out.
Okay, I'm probably going to end this here pretty quick. So you want to give your closing plugs before you bail?
Good night, all.
You got your... Okay, and now there is 4 of us.
Just the 4 of us. I wish my damn internet would come back up. What the hell's wrong with it?
You forgot to pay the bill?
Let me check. I'm not gonna lie. I usually pay it when I get the email, but I might have forgot. God, that would suck.
Right? You're giving everybody else crap about paying their internet, and you forgot to pay yours.
No, I ain't giving nobody crap about that.
I would have.
Let's see here. There's my messages.
So do we got any other questions out in the crowd or anything? Or do we want to start doing wrap-ups?
Then the crowd died too.
Let's
Okay,
do wrap-up.
What do you got, Carolina?
A whole bunch of stuff.
Well, bring it.
Just editing more videos as I'm speaking, and just went to upload basically.
Yep. I've got to edit a video also. So.
Yeah, my internet's not as fast as I like it to be, so it takes me depending on how long it is, it typically takes me at least 24 hours to upload a video.
Ouch. I can upload a 15-minute video, and probably with rendering and all that, it probably takes 25 minutes.
You're lucky then.
So, you got some new videos coming out shortly?
Oh yeah, I got at least about 8 more videos ready to come out, but just trying to release them a little bit at a time, as I usually do. Trying to give time to other videos to be viewed, but yeah, I got a lot of stuff coming.
So, our Tech and Daughters.
Think he's trying to pay his bill.
Probably. You got any closing plugs there, Artac? Rob, what do you got? What do you got for us?
A mouthful of steak. That's damn
So,
good.
so wrong. I mean, are we talking tube steak?
Hey, you're being honest. Yeah, I'm being honest. Yeah. No, T-bone or porterhouse.
Oh,
Obviously, RNL displays. If you want to fight against this tyranny and not cower in the shadows, display your loved one with pride. Go check it out.
use code
Obviously,
G23 for 15%
yeah.
off.
Right now, while supplies last, I'm also throwing in an extra wall mag, so it's kind of like you get 2 stands now while supplies last. So obviously, there's that. Eat a salad.
What the hell?
And
I didn't get no
don't-
second mag.
Sorry, man. Well,
It's because I'm white, huh?
I don't know. You're a Glock guy too. I mean,
I mean, just explain that it's my white privilege that's costing me this.
I don't think your state would allow me to send you to. That's what it was.
Oh, I'm just giving you hell. Artak, are you back yet? Nope. Keep going, Rob. You got to keep going. I see we got the gun
Well,
stop
now I
out
got
there.
another mouthful of steak. What the hell?
Well, you keep putting meat in your mouth, and somebody's gonna keep talking to you.
Meat in his mouth.
Oh, so Artak's back.
I was trying to check to see if I paid my internet bill, and I don't remember my login. It's not on my phone. So yeah, we got we always try to keep 2 weeks of content ready to load and drop and schedule and all that. But tomorrow we're going to do our shout out video for somebody, and then we're going to do our painting like Hunter Biden video tomorrow, and we'll post it probably in the afternoon sometime.
Cool. Gunstop says his steaks are about to hit the grill. So I guess he's gonna join Rob with having some meat in his mouth and a 16-inch
Cool
cucumber.
Cool kid club, man.
And so thanks everyone, and should have probably a video out maybe either in the next few hours or in the next day. I'm not exactly sure, but if you're looking for something to do, I think Rich White might be doing his fake wrestling chat, or BBQ is going to be doing his barbecue chat here pretty soon. I believe. I could be wrong. So there's still some more entertainment to be seen out there, and have a great Saturday evening.
Later.